Let's see. You know what? What's up? My name is Pretty Player Arcade, and back with another one. Is this your first time coming in? I stream everywhere you can think of. Just search Ready Player Arcade or RPA. You could hashtag it as well. Tag me in, or just to find me. You can find clips and you can find full live streams, just like this one. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming again. And let's do this. Let's start off with first things first. Today, we're going to have some news. First thing is the shotgun crosshairs. And how do they fare? Are they accurate? As you can see right here to your right, they are not. They don't follow where the pellets go. And this is, by the way, not just one. This is the Mozambique and the Peacekeeper. And there's a video example list. It's not my video, so I don't want to show somebody else's video. But there is a video there you can find online at the Reddit, or and I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter as well. But you can see the inaccuracy and some of the issues that can arise when you are trying to use the shotgun. I mean, it's no surprise. There's no perfection from any weapon. You have to kind of have to work with what you have, and that's just the case. The adjustments that they make, especially since they actually buffed this shotguns in general for Mad Maggie and just for increased usage of the weapon, because really nobody was using shotgun weapons. There was no reason to. And you can tell also by the switching of, I guess the type of weapons they are. For instance, the wingman being a sniper. In a sense, I wouldn't call it a sniper. It's just a sniper bullet. So it's a handgun sniper. But it's not really true. I'm just telling you that's just the ammo that they use. So this is just an example of how the inaccuracy in Apex can wreak havoc, and sometimes you have to make adjustments depending on where the pellets go, not necessarily where the crosshairs are. But it also depends on how you shoot, because some people don't actually just aim to shoot; they just shoot with the crosshairs, and then that's it. All right. Next one. This is going to be changing of the map. Players want to change fragments, specifically in World's Edge. I would say World's Edge in general, because World's Edge hasn't actually changed since... I actually don't know when was the last time they changed. So I'm going to say the lava map, Rampart ship, or the only two really new areas to World's Edge. Every other part is basically the same for a lot of seasons now. And so it wouldn't be surprised if that actually is the next map to change, even though they're talking about leaks from new maps. The moon map, if you don't know, it's a leak map that you can find online that people have been leaking all over the place, even pre-production or incomplete versions of it, which they look good, but it is time for a map to get changed. And I mean that in the sense that King's King has been changed. I think... What's up, dude? Hold on a second. You are loud. You are really close up to your mic. A little bit better, yeah. And you're back to it. So, hold on a second. I'm just going to finish this part of my stream, and then I'll be right back. So basically, it's just that King's King has been changed, of course. New Skull Town is back. Storm Point has been changed. No, as a matter of fact, it has not. They have been changed a little bit. Hello. Hi. Your mic is really low. There you go. Now you're getting a little closer. What is happening? Oh, I had you muted. You're not the same as the other kid. Okay. No, then I had you muted for a reason. I'll be back. I still got to finish doing stuff. So the changes in the map are necessary because there hasn't been any major changes in a little bit, except for, of course, King Kane coming back. So it would make sense that sometime in the near future, if they're not bringing in a new map, then they would actually bring a big change to an old map, namely World Judges, since it's been so long. And King's Canyon just had their big change, and I doubt they're going to change Olympus anytime soon. At least I don't think so. No, because the bug one, the virus one, was the one from last year, if I remember correctly. Around Halloween last year, they had the virus one for Olympus. So yeah, it's due. It's definitely due. Anyways, yep, they're talking about nuking Fragment, but I don't know how much more nuking of anything can you have. I wouldn't say Fragment. I'd just say like a new area. You have a Bloodhound area. You have a Rampart area. You have a I think they actually changed Landslide. Used to be something, so that actually was changed, as a matter of fact. So I take that back. I think this is in season 12, season 13. So I take that a little bit back. But all right, I get it. People want to see something new, and that's fine. But I think a new map is actually the answer to this, not changing an old map. Now that I remember, Landslide was changed in some of those areas. Okay, maybe. Anyways, next one. Loba's fan being an heirloom. People are thinking that the leak has something to do with a comic that's been put out, where you can see here. Oh wait, hold on. Where you can see a comic where they make this. The fan is kind of like an heirloom to Loba's family, and it's important because people want to see either whether it's this or the staff, and it's the fan that might come in because it's reoccurring in the comics, and it might be the thing to kind of not leak. The word leak isn't, hint at it. It's the actual term. I don't know. The word leak seems to be overused these days, but hint at the idea because it refers to a time when Crypto, before he got his heirloom, talked about his family, which kind of does make sense. Kind of does, but I would say she already knows who her family's, like who killed her family, and Revenant is the person who did it, and referencing family isn't really the answer to that or the link to that. But they might just do it just because. I would still think the staff is the smart move, but if they go with the fan, fine. Either way. I don't really use Loba. That's not a big deal for me, but either way, fan or staff will be a good one. But I think the staff is the better version. You want to use it as a defense weapon and hit people with it and things like that. All right, next one. How many people play Apex Legends? Unfortunately, there is no number from all the platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, Origin, and Nintendo. But Steam does release numbers, and they mention having 510,000 plus players playing for season 14, this current season. So that's something, but it's a little weird that even Origin, being owned by EA, doesn't release anything, but Steam will. That's okay though. It is what it is. Maybe one day they will. Who knows? But you know, you do have the piece of information where more than 28 million players joined Apex last year, which was since this was released in 2022, that's 2021 numbers. Who knows if that's more or less this year? But their numbers, if you care about numbers, it doesn't really make a difference. It's still a high playing game. You can tell that by the streams, and the people who watch those streams are still high playing numbers. And so that's kind of really what matters most, I guess, in the sense, because EA doesn't want you to pay attention to the actual real life numbers. And I think they fluctuate so much because that's what games are. They fluctuate like crazy depending on updates, depending on what people complain about or love or anything like that. So no surprise there. Anyways, that's it. You got the number of players, possible number of players who play. The Loba heirloom is back again. I've mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but we're going to get closer and closer and see who gets the next heirloom. The nuking or destruction changing of the map in World's Edge. And also the crosshairs not being correct in terms of where the pellets actually go when you are using the Mozambique and the Peacekeeper. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Did you know about it? If you didn't, how do you feel about any of these stories? Leave a comment below. And that's going to be it for the news. Next up, we are going to